Hey guys, it's Nicky here from StealthShampoo, bringing you guys some Whiskey Foxtrot gameplay, and I'm sitting here with DB Sinclair.
Hello world, and hello Stealth.
And I got Scott over here playing Miko. DB, you're rocking which character?
Yeah, so we decided to go with a little support for your offensive tactics today with Reyna and Miko. You're going to be healed and shielded by the team here as you go forth, and looks like you're already getting into your tree.
Yeah, so I'm picking Flak off. The set that I'm going to be using here, I'm going to be speccing my skill tree for close quarters combat and for co-op AI. Of course, I'd spec a little bit differently if this was multiplayer. And going through a couple of Whiskey Foxtrot's abilities, we do have the Sticky Bomb over here on L1. Pretty straightforward, launches a grenade, sticks to whatever, and blows people up. The Scrap Cannon over here on R1 will launch a bunch of shotgun shrapnel everywhere and bounce all over the walls. My ultimate overdrive will be unlocked at level 5. I'll explain that a little bit later, and my passive combat rhythm is going to give me extra damage, 25% more for a kill, 10 seconds every time I land a kill.
Meanwhile, I'm going to be dropping the overshield on you, which is going to shield you and me as well. And then Miko, with Scott on the sticks, is going to be bringing the heals.
Yeah, so I'm really a damage-focused character. It's a pretty straightforward character to learn if you're first getting into Battleborn. I'd highly recommend Whiskey Foxtrot. Doesn't take too long to learn. Really going to be looking for slaying minions. Of course, there are many different characters in the game, all which fulfill a different role. Right now, I'll be here on the front lines. Get some healing from Scott. I'm not going to dip out for shields because DB can drop an overshield on me. There we go, right now. That's a shield on a shield, and then Scott's keeping me healed up. So I can afford to be hyper-aggressive right now. And my rifle is actually a burst rifle. We're going to shoot 3-round bursts out of this. Later on in the Helix tree, you can actually get it to shoot 4 rounds in a burst for a little bit extra damage.
We're playing through one of the campaign cooperative modes, or we're playing it rather as cooperative. This can be played solo player, but right now we're playing it with our little 3-stack here, but it can be played up to 5 players at a time. StealthShampoo, how does that dictate what you're going to build your character with, knowing that it's going to be a cooperative outing here?
Yeah, so, of course, if there are going to be teammates backing me up, healing me, I can take less gear, as you can see right here, based off of healing, and more gear that's oriented towards shooting things, killing, and killing more, which are the two sides of the skill tree. I'm really going to be focused on building for maximum damage, spamming shots, spamming shrapnel as much as I can. I'm going to push through here. Take out a couple more minions, and when I find a moment out of combat, when things aren't shooting at me, I'll be able to pick up some more augmentations. As you guys can see in the bottom left, I'm level 3 right now. And every time I level up, starting off at level 1, of course, you'll start off with 1 augmentation. And as I go down through the mission, I'll level up more and get more. I have 2 augmentations ready right now because I'm level 3. Basic math. We're going to pick up right here, both on the left side, Swiss cheese, which is going to give me increased damage from the tactical rifle and allow me to reveal people who are cloaked using the scrap cannon. Now that's good in multiplayer against enemies who can cloak like Oscar Mike. And right here we are going to take the red dot sight, which is giving me increased movement speed and also help my visibility and help me hit targets a little bit better.
And so when we're playing through here in this campaign, and we're supporting you as the offensive player, what are you looking for? What are you looking for from us as support characters?
Shields and heals all day. So DB's character is going to be dropping me shields. As you guys can see in the bottom left corner of the screen, that light blue shield is my natural shield. But when it turns a little darker, a little more purple, that's an overshield courtesy of DB. And Scott's playing Miko. He's throwing those kunai everywhere. And Miko is going to be healing me up. Now up here it's going to get a little tough. There's going to be some heavier enemies now. We're going to destroy those teleporters. Here we go. There's that overshield that we were talking about just a moment ago. We're going to be pushing through the area right here. Gotta watch out for these teleporters. They're going to keep spawning enemies. And that's another level right there. Got an augmentation, but I'm going to wait till it's safe to pick that up. Over there you guys can see on the little square, that's a shard. I'm going to want to pick that up. That's going to be currency for my character. And speaking of the character, Whiskey Foxtrot. Whiskey Foxtrot's sort of a clone. Sort of a, similar to Oscar Mike, but part of the Rogue faction.
Yeah, so he's sort of the dark,
more off the rails version of Oscar Mike. Oscar Mike's already off the rails. This guy's a little more loony. I'm gonna go over here, destroy these shards. I'm gonna take them for myself because I'm selfish.
Is there anything that you're doing differently playing in the campaign, especially with the cooperative aspect to it, than you would be doing in multiplayer, or if you were playing it solo? You could do all of those with these characters.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely being more aggressive right now than I would be solo, or if I was in multiplayer. Multiplayer, you got a team watching your back. Also, though, so I could take advantage of Miko's heals in multiplayer. It's important to note that both in multiplayer and co-op, DB, you can play 5-man. 5v5 in multiplayer or 5-man here in the campaign. We're going to drop down right here. I got plenty of shards built up, but instead of using them on my gearbox right here, I'm actually going to opt in to use them on turrets. A lot more selfless to do that. Help out the team. Got a drone going up right there. I'm going to keep that drone online. Make sure that these bots don't destroy them.
And we're getting close to our ultimate ability.
Tear 'em apart, fellas.
And that ultimate ability at level 5 when you unlock it, that's on my triangle. That's called Overdrive for Whiskey Foxtrot. It's on about a 34-35 second cooldown.
Still the best.
But it gives you 75 rounds in your mag that fire fully automatic. So naturally this gun fires 3-round burst. I can really put ammo down range when I hit level 5. And I'm actually going to save that ability for when we're fighting the boss. That's going to pop up in this room in a moment. Got some teleporters right here. Let's focus on taking that out real quick, DB. Now back there, if you guys saw earlier on my Helix, I actually opted to take extra grenades. So I can fire multiple grenades from one use of my skill there on the left bumper.
So let's talk about that. There's a lot of stuff in Battleborn that's going to scratch that Borderlands itch that you have.
Oh yeah.
We got the loot, we got the shoot. What do you when you're going into this campaign mode, and you're, regardless of if you're playing by yourself or you're playing co-op, what are you looking for in your character to go in there to potentially give yourself an edge?
Oh yeah, so you got the gear, like I was talking about earlier, from these shards. You can see on the bottom left of my screen I have 475 shards, and I'm actually going to spend that in a moment on gear right here. As you can see on my square, faster shield recharge, that's going to be helpful for when DB is out of position, maybe not healing me, maybe taking a coffee break in the middle of a match.
It's been known to happen.
Oh yeah, we're not morning people. Getting in here with the extra shield recharge for the boss fight, it's going to be very helpful so that I can keep myself alive.
And so, how's that going to work then? So you're going to have your shield, and I'm going to put that over shield on the shield. I heard you like shields on your shields, dog.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a shield on my shield, and if you want to kill me, you got to break through both of those shields and my health.
I love it.
So let's grab an augmentation right here because I did hit level 5. We do have a moment. I'm going to opt in to take reload burst. Kills grant increased reload speed for 10 seconds. And that's going to be helpful because it stacks. It helps out with the passive increased damage by 25% for 10 seconds. So when I reload faster and do increased damage on kills, it can really increase my slaying potential. Now, of course, that's more helpful in groups of minions rather than on a boss because both of those skills are reliant on getting kills. But one thing that I do have now, since I'm level 5 to help me take out this boss, is my ultimate. I have 75 rounds in this mag, and I'm just going to spray and pray as much as I can at him. That's going to go on a little bit of a cooldown for a little more than half a minute. We're going to take a moment, wait for that to recharge, and use some of my other abilities here. This shrapnel is great for hitting multiple enemies, taking out multiple minions, as well as getting me out of trouble. There is another skill on the Helix here that allows me to actually shoot myself backwards, propel myself backwards after shooting that shotgun. So that'd be good for, say, an escape in multiplayer.
Sure. What are some characters that would complement Whiskey Foxtrot?
Of course, support characters like you're playing right now, DB, Miko, Reyna, Umbra, those are all good picks. Maybe even a tankier character to help take the heat off of Whiskey Foxtrot while he puts the heat down range. He's not the tankiest character in the game, but he does do quite a bit of damage. And there we go. Those are both the bosses down right there. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave the video a like if you guys enjoyed and want to see more. I'm Nicky from StealthShampoo. You guys can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, StealthShampoo. Spelled just like it sounds, no space, no underscore. Where can we find you at, DB?
You can find me at PoonTrankDome on Twitter, and you can find Battleborn at Battleborn on Twitter. You can always subscribe as well to the YouTube video if you want to see more of that. And we will see you next time with more Battleborn.
Thanks for watching, guys.